Keeping busy, I hope. Hey, you wanted to talk about something?
Yeah,
What is it?
I need something to, keep me going. I feel like shit.
What do you mean?
The arm that I lost in an accident. It's weird, but it hurts. I mean, fuck, it hurts.
Wait a minute. Isn't phantom pain supposed to work the other way around? Like, if you had an arm and then you lost it, then it hurts.
What? I don't know. It's your arm, not mine. Damn, everything is so fucked up in here. I am not some kind of wimp, so if I say it hurts, it really fucking hurts, alright?
Okay, calm down. I believe you.
Alright, so, there's only one way to deal with it, right? Numb the son of a bitch.
What are you talking about?
Painkillers, what else? Tramadol, hydrocodone, codeine, or that shit you doped me with before. That should do the trick.
What? I'm not giving you any more of that stuff. It's too strong.
Come on, bro. I'm not a kid. I know what I'm doing. Spent half my fucking life on painkillers.
That's exactly why I'm not giving you more. They're highly addictive, and I don't want your head messed up.
Oh, come on.
This is probably just a psychosomatic problem. You're still in shock after waking up with a different body.
Psycho what? Just give me those goddamn pills.
No, it's all in your head. Just wait it out, and I'm sure it will pass.
You know what? Fuck you, sadist.
So, do you have time for a little job evaluation?
Excuse me?
Great. I think there's room for improvement in the speed of your work.
You're joking, right?
I noticed you've been down lately.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Come on, man. Don't shove me out. Let's talk. What makes you happy?
I don't know. I don't do sad or happy. I always like fixing stuff. Small things like alarm clocks, if that's what you're asking about.
Plenty of things to fix around here. I know that's not the same as having a pet project, but it's something, right?
Yeah, that's true. I guess in the end, work is always the answer.
me to address that. Done. Should I take care of this now? I can see you've been down lately. Anything I can do to make you feel better?
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm great.
Right. Anyway, I thought maybe we could talk. No harm in getting to know each other better.
Bro, you're not hitting on me, right?
I promise I'm not, so...
I don't know. Not much to talk about, really.
That's almost insulting. The sheer fact that we're so different makes each and every one of us interesting.
Well, it makes me feel worse in comparison. A minor. When I could have somehow become a scientist. What a disappointment. Those systems were designed by eggheads who know nothing about Rapidium. Base. Nothing is. Looks like we're low on rad filters.
What the fuck? Did you just chop your arm off?
What's it look like? A fucking prank? I had to get rid of it.
But why?
Because it wasn't just in my head. It was real. Real pain, and I ended it. Like you couldn't. Just fuck off.
Hey, I'd like to talk about those filters, you know? The miner's idea. You can't be serious. You know this whole thing is ridiculous, right? He's got a point, though. What if something contaminates our water? Well, you're the captain. You want me to research filters? I'll research filters.
Another day in this shithole.
I noticed you've been down lately. Whatever. Don't do this. Talk to me. There must be something that cheers you up.
Looking for easy answers, huh? Well, I do the same thing as everyone. Go to a bar, have a few, just chill out.
I guess that's why Ally Corp stocked the base with beer.
Good to know the execs have their priorities straight. Yeah, I noticed we're missing a few rad filters.
Time of day? This is not good. I better get back inside now. What is going on? Damn it. Don't have enough radiation filters. Mad room's down. What next? I'm done. Should I do this now? Got a minute? We need to talk. It's over. We made it.
wanted to talk? Yeah, the magnetic storm. Quite a ride, huh? Tell me about it. Glad we're out of it. For good, I hope. Hope is the mother of fools. If you ask me, it looks like recurring magnetic storms might be a thing around here. We should think about how to prepare in case another one hits us. Any ideas? Actually, yes. Tell me. Well, it's pretty obvious that during emergencies, the base relies heavily on existing supplies, right? Right? That means we could use a smarter way to manage our production, to make sure we have a stable backup of all the crucial stuff. That would be nice. Well, listen to this. I found something in the manuals. The procedure we could set up. It's called Uphold Production. It lets you choose any item you want to produce, let's say a radiation filter, and establish the amount of it you always want to have at the ready. Whenever you have less items on stock than you need, new ones will be queued for production automatically. Just like that. Huh. That sounds like it could spare us a lot of micromanagement. Exactly. Try it out and maybe we won't die because someone forgot to make mush.
Come see me. I'd like to draw your attention to something. I'd like to talk to you about that filtering system you mentioned earlier.
Okay. You didn't change your mind, did you?
No, I'm glad you came to me with the idea. I just wanted to let you know that I'm going through with it.
Really? I was sure you were gonna say I'm being paranoid or something.
You wanted to discuss something? Yes. That moron who amputated his arm for no reason. Can you believe it? At a moment like this, we can't afford to have unproductive crew members on board. Not much we can do about it now. Well, we have to do something. That's why I wanted to talk. I could fit him with a prosthetic arm. That's a great idea. Don't get beside yourself. It's a standard procedure in such cases. Of course, I'd need a little time to tweak the details, but just assign the task to me and I'll know what to do. Have no doubt, if we want to meet our targets, we'll need a miner on top 4. attacking our food supply? You wanted to talk about something?
Yeah, our one-armed friend. I've heard the scientist wants to give him a prosthetic arm to make him more productive.
Yeah, and make his life easier.
You seriously concerned about how he feels? Because if you are, then you probably realize he didn't self-harm for no reason, and a prosthetic won't necessarily solve the problem.
What are you saying?
You might want to consider a different solution, more sophisticated and compassionate.
Compassionate?
Yeah, well, I was thinking Rapidium speeds up organic growth, right? And since you created us, our whole bodies from just a DNA sample, can't you use the same technology to recreate a single limb?
And how would I do that? I don't have the tools to recreate limbs.
You didn't have a tool to drill through a pile of rocks either. Look, I know he felt that pain before, but what if this time you gave him his arm, one that would feel like a part of him from the very start? Show him that you believe he deserves a second chance.
How can you be sure the pain won't come back?
I can't. But something tells me it won't, because the problem is not really in his arm.
All right, I'm listening.
The poor bastard's insecure as hell. Changing that would be a big deal.
And how would you go about it?
I'm sure the scientist could figure out a way. He's too efficiency-driven to commit to it, but I know you could push him to make the extra effort.
Hello, Jan. Hey, I wanted to talk to you about the miner's arm again. What's there to talk about? The solution is simple. A prosthetic arm. I was thinking, what if we try to use Rapidium to grow it back? Now, why would we want to do that? To experiment with this fascinating technology? You know what makes me tick? And it is tempting. But the timing, not so good. We're here for a simple reason. Mine as much Rapidium as we can, and bring it back to Earth. Everything else has to wait.
So, you're telling me you can't do it?
I didn't say that. All I said is that a prosthetic arm is a quick and reliable solution. This treatment you suggest is time-consuming and highly unpredictable. Not to mention we'd be wasting Rapidium. But of course, I can cope with any task you assign to me. It's your call. Hello, Dulski here.
Jan, tell me you did it. Tell me you have the Ark.
I did it.
Well done. Now, all we need to do is bring it home safely. Are you making progress with that obstacle of yours?
I'm still looking for a way out.
Oh, I don't want to cause panic, but you better hurry.
And how's my rescue team progressing?
They'll be on time, Jan. Just make sure you are. Do what it takes to make your way to the other side of the planet, and leave the rest to me.
It would have gone way faster if I didn't have to build that damn Ark for you.
Do you really think it's just a whim for me?
I wouldn't call it a whim, but it could obviously be a career booster for you.
Career? Apparently you don't know very much about me, or my career. Why don't you relate to yourself a little more?
Well,
imagine coming back without Rapidium and having to face the thought, what if I hadn't given up? Would you live with yourself while the world would deteriorate before your eyes? All because you put your sorry ass first.
all right. Point taken. I'm gonna need your help.
What can I do for you?
I need blueprints for superconductive bridge anchors from Project Versant.
Versant? But how do you know about that?
I took a wild guess.
You just went and guessed the name of an aborted scientific program you had no right to know anything about?
Aborted? Are you sure?
Yes. Project Versant was terminated years ago due to lack of satisfactory results.
But didn't they come up with some tech useful for mining missions?
No. How would you even know what they were unless an alternate version of you was somehow involved in it? Is it possible that someone from your crew remembers a non-existing technology? That's amazing, Jan. You do understand what I'm saying, right?
Yeah. He did mention an undergraduate student of his who went to work for the program.
The proverbial flap of the butterfly's wings. It must feel incredible to realize such a universe-bending potential in your life path.
This is more fucked up than I thought.
Poetry.
What?
A good poem should resist comprehension, almost successfully. Your situation reminded me of that phrase. It is confusing, or fucked up as you put it, but it fuels the imagination and opens the mind, just like poetry.
Is that supposed to help me?
I have an idea. It's a long shot, but it might be all we have. Project Versant did leave behind unfinished drafts. Crisscrossed formulae, discarded calculations, the usual scribbles of a scientific stream of consciousness at work. For what it's worth, I'll ask Lucas to send it over to your terminal. Maybe that resourceful alter of yours can put it to good use.
Oh, okay. It's better than nothing, I guess.
I have to say, Jan, I'm beginning to see more and more potential in this situation of yours. I hope we speak soon. Good luck, as always.
Jan, can you come see me? There's a thing.
Keeping busy, I hope. Hey, you wanted to discuss something.
Yeah. I want to know when you started being such a pushover.
What? You heard me.
I'm not blind. I can see the workload pile up. And you, eager to take new orders.
I'm only doing what I want to do. Just because it's in line with directions from Earth doesn't mean I'm a pushover.
Oh, so you're telling me that delaying our escape to build a Rapidium arc was your idea? Or maybe you're telling that to yourself.
So let me get this straight. You'd rather we didn't secure the Rapidium?
Not if it weakens our chances.
Our survival depends on Maxwell. He's in charge whether we like it or not.
Yeah, so was Dad. The man of the house. I thought you regretted not standing up to him. Looks like you didn't learn much.
That's a little below the belt. You're right. Sorry, this place is getting to me. All I'm saying is, we should do something just for ourselves. Something not work-related, not productive in any way.
Like what?
Well, there's a social room module available in this base. We could start with that. I bet it has a beer pong table. Yeah, see? A smile on your face. Let's build a place where we can chill out and play beer pong, and then, after I've beaten you, we can talk more serious stuff. What do you say? Okay, it's on. So, I have news about the Anchor blueprints you asked for? I certainly hope so, because I just saw something come in from mining ops, and it looks like a bad joke. Did you precisely ask for bridge anchor blueprints? Sorry to break this to you, but the program you mentioned doesn't exist. This is all they came up with before they were terminated. Terminated? But why? Lack of results. Looks like they didn't get anywhere without that student of yours. Results, huh? You mean an outcome that only exists in my fake memories? Huh. No wonder what I got looks more like the musings of a madman than serious work. There's no way I can make anything out of it. We just don't have the time. Look, I know it's not perfect, but I believe in you. Just think, they came up with this thing only because you existed. It's gotta mean something. Well, if you put it that way, I can try. Lucas, what's up now? Kinda busy here.
I know. It's that I've only just learned the big news. You managed to build one. A Rapidium Arc. Man, congrats. That's really heavy stuff.
Yeah. It's important. I got that. Now, can I get back to saving my ass down here?
Sure. Sorry. I didn't mean to. How are you getting on?
I think I'm on the right track.
That's great. You're doing a good job juggling all those tasks and your altars. Kudos.
Why do I get the feeling you want something from me?
Well, it's not that I want something.
So?
I just thought, well, it really can make a difference if you bring back one arc, or, well, more. Since you already have the outpost in place, you know? All the infrastructure.
And what difference will it make if I bring more, say 2 Rapidium Arcs instead of 1, or even, I don't know, 5? There still won't be enough for everyone.
But there will be more for everyone. Independent startups, NGOs, research labs. There's this subsidy program that warrants a share for them in case of success. And even if it's only a small share for a small number of them, it's gonna mean one thing. Diversification, Mr. Dalsky. That always serves people.
What's in it for you and your boss?
Oh, no, it's not like that. This is my initiative. I just think that... Look, we both work for a corporation, and it's only fair we're delivering the Rapidium to them. But it doesn't mean we can only feed the big fish, you know? We're all connected, in a way. Like, if there's pain in the little finger, the whole body feels it. That's just my personal opinion.
Let me guess. Your grandma used to say that?
No, actually, I read that somewhere.
Okay. No promises, but I'll see what I can do.
Thanks, Mr. Dalsky. It really means a lot to me. And to so many others, I'm sure.
No problem. By the way, can you quit with that Mr. Dulsky crap? My name is Jan.
Oh. Okay, Jan. Yeah, cool. I'm Lucas, in case you wanna... You know.
I caught that, Lucas. No worries.
Sure. Yeah. Anyway, good luck with the Rapidium, Jan. I'm L7 out. For now.
I'd like to talk to you about that filtering system you mentioned earlier.
Okay. You didn't change your mind, did you?
No, I'm glad you came to me with the idea. I just...
Really?
How's work on the miner's new arm going? I came up with something. You could call it a serum. You can brew it in the kitchen, if you like. The arm should grow back within hours, but don't sue me if his mental problems aggravate. Aggravate? It's an experiment, isn't it? The outcome is always hard to predict. Don't say I didn't warn you.
Done. Should I take care of this now?
Lucas, what is it now?
Hey, Jan. Sorry to bother you again, but there's this thing you need to take care of ASAP.
Other than Rapidium?
Yes. Your wife, ex-wife.
Lena? What happened?
Oh, nothing. It's just that, someone from the board informed her about your status, and it's gotten a little nervy. You know she can't find out about the altars, right?
And why not? We can't keep this a secret forever.
Maybe. But we need to keep it a secret for now, okay? Until we figure out how to handle it. Your ex-wife is asking around, and that's not safe, Jan. Can you just please tell her not to? You know, next time she calls.
Tell her to... Yeah, that's a good one. Telling Lena to back away will just work her up, especially if it's coming from my mouth.
Oh. Well, then maybe just, I don't know, reassure her? Like say everything is fine and you need focus time, stuff like that?
I don't know, Lucas. I wish I could talk to her, but I just don't feel convincing enough. Whenever I open my mouth, I seem to be saying something other than I intended.
Oh, that sucks. Still, we definitely need to solve this problem. Hey, how about this? Listen, I know it sounds crazy, but what if maybe there's an alter of yours out there who would know how to talk to her?
What? You mean...
Yeah, someone, you, who she'd listen to.
Interesting.
Just give it a shot, Jan. We really can't let anyone find out. It's for your own good.
You guys seem to be worrying about my good a lot.
I hope you don't doubt that, Jan. I gotta go offline now. Best of luck. L7 out.
Evacuation functionality. Actively monitors the ship.
Hey, man. We're out of here.
I can see you've been down lately. Anything I can do to make you feel better? A team of skilled lab analysts would be nice. Yeah, that would be helpful, but maybe there's something more workable. What do you usually do to boost your spirits? Well, it may sound vain, but I like reading reviews of my articles. Once we're back from this mission, you'll have a lot to write about. Believe me, I'm gathering materials all the time. This will be groundbreaking. Did you manage to recreate the blueprints? Believe it or not, I did. Amazing job. I'm proud of you. As if I needed that. But it was motivating to know you believed in me. Anyway, now it's all down to getting those anchors in place. You'll need a specific type of superconductive polymer to build them. This is getting annoying. Can't anything be simple around here? You like simple, do you? Let's not get into the implications of that. So, where do I get these polymers from? They can be produced in a refinery. So you'll need to build one, ASAP. Let me warn you, it's a time-consuming process, so you'd better step on it. But I believe in you. Huh. Okay, Cool. Thanks, man. Hey, I wanted to ask you about Lena. Lena Berg. Right on. She had a promising career. I wonder what happened to her. So you didn't marry her? Marry? Come on. We both had much more interesting things to do with our lives. And different things too. You know how it is. When people evolve, their priorities change, and all of a sudden, you just realize that if you held on, you'd only be in each other's way. Not if you love someone. Love. So, you're one of those pathetic souls who think they can't be happy without dragging another human being behind them wherever they go. How did love work out for you and Lena? Married. Then we divorced. Thank you for sparing me the sorry part in between. I suppose this concise story proves that it was never meant to be, whatever either of us did. Fair point, I guess. Glad I could help.
Unbelievable.
You want to talk about the miner's death?
What's there to say? He lived, and now he's gone. You two got on pretty well. He was a tough one. I got that. Let's honor him properly. A toast would be appropriate. Hell yeah. To the Yon who doesn't have to deal with this shit anymore.
Do you want to talk about the miner's death? All there is to say is that this tragedy should have been avoided.
That's for sure. You liked him, am I right?
Did I like him? He had his issues, but he worked hard and didn't waste my time on small talk. I respected him as an efficient member of the crew.
They prepare you for everything, but not for that. The manual doesn't say anything about dealing with a grieving crew.
They need to see that you haven't lost your cool. Be their captain. Don't let anything like this happen again. I'm done here. Should I do this now?
Such a way to go. It could have been avoided.
Cheers. Cheers. I heard something broke in the dormitory and you're not feeling well.
Yeah, man. There are simpler ways to kill a man quietly, you know.
What do you mean?
The AC started spitting smoke. You could have fixed it earlier.
Oh, what a piece of junk. Ally Corp sure skimmed on the equipment.
What did you expect? Of course they skimmed on everything they could.
Hey, so, how am I doing? According to your high standards? You want me to tell you? When you're successful, you know it. You don't have to run around asking people. Is success really all that matters to you? What else is there? Happiness? A person is only worth something if they live a happy and fulfilled life. Happy and fulfilled. Human beings are designed to always want more. It's the logic of evolution. I don't believe you never felt that drive to aim higher. I remember being very motivated in the first years of my studies, motivated and competitive. Yeah? So, when did you stop pushing? I didn't want my life to be just about work. So when I got a good business offer, I thought it would be a smart way to have the cake and eat it. The beginning of a downfall. Why did you stay at the university? Because of a scholarship I didn't get. Wait, you mean the one we had in our pocket? But lost in the final round, yes. I took that hard. So did I. But it motivated me. I stayed to have a go at that scholarship next year, and I succeeded. Wish I'd done the same. Of course. But then, you wouldn't be you anymore, would you? You'd be me. By the way, it's totally understandable if you prefer that. It's simple, Jan. I'm successful because I'm the version of you that doesn't get discouraged by failure. Imagine what I could achieve in your role here. You better stop talking like a rogue AI, or I'll start worrying for real. Good. Worry. A little pressure won't hurt you.
Mission functionality good. Welcome to the safe
done here? Should I do this now? Jan, there's an issue we need to discuss. Let's meet.
To talk?
Yes, I managed to come up with a satisfactory magnetic storm prediction system. We'll be ready for the next one when it comes. If it comes.
Great. I feel safer already.
But that's not all. While analyzing the nature of this phenomenon, I discovered something very curious. You do know how dangerous it is to be outside the base during a magnetic storm, right?
I do now. The radiation levels go crazy. It could be lethal.
Well, it might be hazardous to health, but if you're a risk taker, it could also be worthwhile.
What do you mean?
I've been performing some observations, and it seems that the energy of the magnetic storm stimulates certain resource deposits to be more active and productive. 2 types of deposits, to be precise: organics and rubidium. In practical terms, it means they can be mined much more efficiently during a storm. Isn't it fascinating, Jan? Those resources are in tune with the magnetic field somehow. It's like a mysterious, unheard-of ecosystem.
That's truly amazing, but of no use to us. Radiation during a magnetic storm is no joke. I don't want to risk our lives for the sake of increased efficiency.
Never say never.
Hey man, can you hear me? Where am I? What is this?
Take it easy. You're on strong sedatives.
What the hell? No, you're not hallucinating. Then who?
Relax. I'll tell you everything. But right now, we need to focus on you, just to make sure you're all right. Can you answer a few questions for me?
Okay,
Do you remember who you are?
I'm Jan Dulski.
Good. And what is your role on this mission, Jan?
I'm a botanist. So, Wait, this is it? The mission? Did we land?
I'm afraid things went sideways during the landing. Everyone died. Except for me.
You. What about me? Are you... Are you real?
Just as real as you.
Then, what's going on?
It's like we're alternative versions of the same person.
Wow, but why is this happening?
I told you, everyone died. Long story short, I needed to multiply myself to survive.
That doesn't make any sense. We're not exactly the same.
Yes, we're different. You made different decisions in your life.
I'm not sure I understand.
You know what? I think you should just rest a little and read the mission logs. You'll find all the answers there.
Sure.
Yeah,
Mission logs, so why not?
hey, wait.
If all this is... If I am... I mean... What about my wife? Where is she? I need to know.
She's on Earth, and we need to figure out how to get there.
Okay. What do you want from me?
We'll need all the help we can get. Someone to run the greenhouse, prep the food, so on. Trust me, you'll have a lot to do.
I'm not sure I'm ready to work just like that.
Right. Like I said, rest, go through the logs, meet the rest of the crew, and let's talk again in a while.
Yeah.
I'll see you around.
Evacuation functionality then. To the Saber evacuation.
I noticed we're missing a few rad filters.
Before you head out,
There's nothing more to do here. Should I move there? We're out of resources.
guess we're running out of repair kits? There's nothing more to do here. Should I move there? There's nothing more to do here. Should I move there? Jan, there's an issue we need to discuss. Let's meet.
To the Saber evacuation.
Hey, something you wanted to discuss with me? Remember our little chat about success? Yeah. What about it? I wanted to suggest we push harder. Tell me. Crunch hours. Clean and simple. A lot of productivity is wasted on socializing, binge watching a series for the 100th time, or just pointless moping about. People can work till they drop, you know. It's been done before in emergency situations. Will we really be more productive? Just watch and rejoice. Of course they won't be happy about it, but it's a small price to pay. I guarantee that. Still, it doesn't sound like something I could keep up forever. No, but even doing it at small intervals can drastically speed up the completion of crucial tasks. No way. I respect these guys too much to treat them like slaves. Oh, how gallant. Question is, do they respect you back? It's your call. But don't think about it too long. Hey, I wanted to ask you about Lena.
Go ahead then. Ask.
Do you know her?
No.
Seriously?
I wish you could see your face.
I can, unfortunately. You do know we're running out of radiation filters? wanted to talk to you about Lena. Huh? Which one? Your Lena or my Lena? My Lena. She's probably not much different from the one I remember. I mean, why would she be, right? Man, do I envy you. Having her around. For real. I'm sorry to ruin the fantasy for you, but things got complicated between me and my Lena. We broke up. Wow. You're so cool about it. Such irony. The only one of us who can really be with her doesn't care. I do care. And I was hoping you'd help me fix things. Okay, let's get one thing straight first. We had our ups and downs too, and it wasn't always easy, but it's all about setting your priorities. You want a relationship that lasts, put some effort in it. Show you're willing to make sacrifices. Most importantly, never, ever stop paying attention. I'm not afraid of hard work. That's a start. So, next time she calls... What? You're in touch with her? Here? Yeah. Why else would I be asking? Okay, so, you know what? If you really want my help, you should... Let me talk to her for you. What? Yeah, that's a great plan. Can't you see? I can pretend to be you and, investigate the situation. Investigate? Yeah, find out what the real problem between you two is, as an unbiased onlooker. Unbiased, huh? Oh, come on. You know this is a good idea. All right, then. Let's give it a go. But no mention of your real identity. Understood? Of course. I'm not stupid. And you need to tell her everything is fine, okay? Reassure her. Sure. Just let me know when she calls again. I'll be ready. Anomaly? It looks out of this world. Is that one following me? What the hell? I made a curious discovery. Another distortion?
I don't know. It was different this time. It didn't look dangerous, no radiation. Actually, it didn't do anything.
But it caught your attention. It's like nothing I've seen before. It must have something in common with the other distortions. Question is, are they the cause or the reason of so much rupidium here?
I'd like to study them more.
So would I. And for that, we'll have to design our own tools. Do you have anything specific in mind? Let me think about it. I need to look through Professor Frankov's lectures, as well as notes from other expeditions. We have a theory. I just need to find a way to put it into practice. I ran into another anomaly. This one was different. It was like this distortion was closing in on me, as if I was pulling it toward me. How extraordinary. Maybe its magnetic field is interacting with your suit.
Yeah, well, running away from it was no fun.
Keeping clear of it is the only thing you can do for now. Let's keep collecting observations. I feel we're onto something groundbreaking here.
Resources to continue? Should I address this instead? So, how did it go?
Wow. It was something to hear her voice again. I can't thank you enough. But she was completely different with me than, well, with the real me, you know? Constantly on her toes, almost like we'd become strangers. It was so sad.
Well, what did you talk about?
She was disturbed by the fact we're struggling. I'm struggling to build a bridge, all on my own. Also, she was suspicious about the mining ops director. What's his name? Maxwell? Suspicious? Why? Well, she doesn't know a lot about him, how he got that job and all. She said it's strange that he's keeping everything so hush-hush while we're obviously having trouble to get out of here. And that he might be playing games to get all the credit for finding rupidium at the cost of your safety.
Looks like you two had an honest talk.
Almost.
Oh yeah, of course, you didn't tell her about...
No. She thought I was you. Hell, it was tough for me to lie to her. She seemed so distant. How the hell did you manage to fuck up such a good thing?
Hey.
What? You wanted my help, didn't you?
And did you help?
I tried. But there's one thing she's really touchy about. What's that? She can't understand why you went on this mission. It seems important to her. Why did you go? I just needed to go. Somewhere far away, get away from it all, from, everything. So I did it for myself, I guess. You're making it hard to help you. Can't you see that it's not the moment you signed the contract she's upset about? It's about what led to that moment, and I can't tell you what it was because we branched apart long before that. Yeah, and maybe that's the moment you should focus on. Think about where you took a different path and why. How's that gonna make her less angry at me? Once you put your finger on the problem, get back to me. We'll figure it out. Promise.
Evacuation functionality manual.
Come see me. I'd like to draw your attention to something.
Based on cutting-edge technology.
Hey, you wanted to discuss something? Indeed, the botanist. What about him? He's running around the base like a baboon in heat, all excited about talking to his wife. I hope that's not true. Well, in that case, it has to stop. Don't worry, I'm only trying to get her off our backs. Reassure her that everything's fine so that she stops prying. Well, are you absolutely positive we need our Romeo involved in it? Those dreamy eyes of his have workplace accident written all over them. He was just trying to help. I hope you know what you're doing. Don't get me wrong, I liked Lena. But you and I both know there are things she wouldn't understand. Mark my words, we'll be in deep trouble if she starts asking too many questions. You'll be in trouble. Yeah, that's what Maxwell said. Head of mining ops. Smart guy. I'd stick to him if I were you.